Good evening. I am Selena Keith. Thank you for being here this evening. My question is for Justin. The voucher system has gotten completely out of control here in North Carolina. Can you give us a short synopsis of the voucher system, and where do you see the greatest impact to public schools with the money diverted away to vouchers? How does the expansion of vouchers affect enrollment stability, staffing, and budget planning in public school districts? How does it make your job harder?
Thank you for that question. I'm happy to be here this evening with you all. Appreciate the opportunity. So in North Carolina, our voucher system is called Opportunity Scholarship, and it started in 2014. So the year that bill passed, $4.6 million were allocated for vouchers. In the original legislation, vouchers were available only to families who qualified for free and reduced price lunch at school. So, in other words, it was a program that was set up specifically for families who were struggling economically. Around the same time, the legislature created a system of school report cards, which you all are probably familiar with. Those report cards assign a grade of A through F to every public school in North Carolina. Around that time, the voucher idea was being pitched as an alternative to failing North Carolina public schools. So anyway, that first year, $4.6 million. As money was added to that program over time, the money wasn't being completely spent. So there was leftover funds each year. And then just 2 years ago, in 2023, there was a massive expansion of vouchers in the budget bill. And that expansion, I think this year is $423 million. At the end, it's going to be $500 million a year that are going for vouchers. In addition, in that budget bill, there was a change made in voucher law so that the income eligibility requirement was discarded, meaning families, regardless of their income, had access to that money from the state. They also scrapped the requirement that people receiving voucher funds had to have had children in public schools, so that now, anybody who wants to apply for a voucher, the wealthiest families in North Carolina who have never sent their kids to public school and never would are also eligible to be, to have their tuition subsidized by you. So that's kind of like the landscape. I would say, in terms of how does that make my job harder? How does that make, our system, what type of challenges does that raise beyond just spending a massive amount of money that our public schools desperately need in this manner? When kids go to a charter school or a private school, which isn't required to follow the standard course of study, and then they come back to public schools, their learning is all over the place. So I think the standardization that we have in public schools, it makes it a little bit easier for us to accommodate students that way. So that's it for now.